Just a short video on finding academic peer-reviewed articles. So I'm starting back out here in the Yes Library website. And I'm always inclined to go for the advanced search option. So here you're asked for your student number and your college password. Now, so say our topic is miles and snow. As a typology or as organizational strategies. So you can see here that it prompts you with other terms. I'm just going to go with that one and say you're actually looking for a literature view. So again, prompts you with a popular term. And this is the reason I'm going for the advanced search, because it gives you more boxes that you can add in terms, so that you can be more specific about what you're searching for. Okay, so it's come up with 16,607 hits. But you can use your filter down here on the left hand side and you can be more precise about what you're looking for. So in this case we're looking for academic peer-reviewed articles. So that's going to eliminate these ebooks out of our search and these conference materials. So again, you're getting closer now into material that might be relevant for you. Now I find down here this is very useful, the subject headings, because you'll know what your assignment, who has set your assignment and what the context is for your study of miles and snow. So if you click on more, show more under subject area down there, you might say, well, out of these 3,000 hits, maybe it's the 683 that have to do strategic planning that are of most use to me. So just sort of be careful about the context of your search. So you can see even here, if you were doing something on miles and snow, you can come down and pick something. If you wanted a particular area of or something more specific, to just do a business strategy, you could look at those 67 hits. Now, so I'm just going to go back up to one of the higher number ones up here at the top and go for the strategic planning and update. So I'll now have 683 academic peer-reviewed articles. I've still left the literature review element in there, and I can that might not suit you. You might actually end up putting a different keyword in here at this stage. Now, down here, if you're just wondering where these articles have come from, if you click on publication down here, you might find that there's a particular journal that seems to focus well on the topic that you're searching for. So one of these journals is called the Strategic Management Journal, an International Journal of Human Resource Management. And maybe if you were more interested in the human resource element of miles and snow typology, you might just focus in on those. British Journal of Management. Now the other useful thing to keep an eye on down here is the content provider, because the search that I've just done is a very general search. It's searching a number of our databases, but if you want to do a specific search within our database, this guides you as to which database to go to. And I can see there that Emerald is doing quite well here on the number of articles that it has retrieved on this topic. So at this point anyway, I'm just going to click on the hyperlink for the details of the article, and it gives you an abstract, usually at the top. And because these articles are academic and peer-reviewed, it very often tells you exactly what institute that the authors are attached to. So I can see here, not very clearly straight up, as to what institution they're from. It may be further down in this case. But also watch out for the keywords. I think if you're trying to sort of see what themes an article is covering, these keywords might actually guide you as well. Now, because this article is literally a literature review, I'm just going to check where miles and snow are even mentioned in it. So it may have gone a little bit off topic. So miles and snow, so it's just making reference to them through the literature review and about their strategies. Okay, so they do feature quite well there, and it's obviously comparing them with other strategies and theories that have that overlap in this area. The other thing about an academic peer-reviewed article is that the bibliography at the end can be very useful. You might find sometimes that a name is repeated a few times because this person is sort of really into strategic planning. So you might come across names repeating themselves in the bibliography, and you can always follow up on those articles. You can check the library publication finder and see if we actually have this journal, if we have access to it in full text. Long range planning, you just come back to the library website and check the publication finder. Now that was just Control F, in case you're wondering about that little search box. Now what I'm trying to do is, if I find articles, I add them into my folder, and I have logged in because I've already put in my student number, and I can see my folder up here. So you might find a dozen articles today and find that they're not really of interest to you at another time. So with your folders, you can create one for your different modules that you're doing. So I can just add that article into my where to go, strategic management folder. Now I'll just go back to my list. So I think just once you've made a start on using the advanced search option in that way, you will start refining your search down. Again, the filter on the left hand side, I always say it's just like you're on a car trader website and you want a 4-door car with a diesel engine. So you might even bring up your date line to refine your search. Might be relevant in some topics but not others. So again, moving my date line will have changed my subject headings here, and you might focus in on some different articles. Now I hope that'll be some help in getting you started.